Hey, it's Dylan Conrique, and I'm here with Rob on Front Row Live.
Congratulations with your debut single. This is the first time I've ever heard of you, and the single Baby Blue popped up on my Spotify last week when you dropped it, or a couple weeks ago now, I think. And immediately I just really enjoyed the track and immediately had to reach out and figure out a way to set this up. So congratulations with Baby Blue, and talk to me about the creative process of Baby Blue and being able to, release such an incredible debut single.
Baby Blue was in the works for about a year ago, on August 19th. It's been fun, going through the whole process of the mastering and the mixing and all that stuff, but around it I had a great team that helped me out with the merch ideas, with the cover art, with the music video idea, and it just all came together and it was a really fun project.
Talk to me about the writing process and collaborating with Tia Scola on this song. How did you two kind of team up? She has some insane credits on her belt.
My team was reaching out to a bunch of writers, and we wanted young writers to write with me so they can get the kind of teenage feeling, and they got me a meeting with Tia and we had lunch together, and she was really cool. She had a really good vibe, and our first session we wrote a song, but it was just kind of demo, never really went past demo. And then our second session is when we wrote Baby Blue, and basically I was talking to a boy and things didn't work out, and I realized that I started writing a bunch of negative songs about him, and I wanted to make something positive, so that's how I came up with Baby Blue. And both of our favorite colors were baby blue, me and the boy, so that's how I came up with the title, and Tia just helped me through that. Yeah.
As you are learning to write, what was it about Baby Blue that caught your attention and made you want to release this as your debut single?
Last April I started writing songs, and I think I've written about 30 songs now, and only 10 of them have made it past demo version. But we started seeing a pattern with all these songs that if we put them together, it would be a storyline. How the first song is the very beginning of a love story, and maybe the second song is when it starts escalating and things start getting real, and the third song is something else. We just saw a storyline with these 4 songs that are in the EP, and we wanted to put them together, and so we put them together, and Baby Blue was just the perfect song to put in the beginning because it's the start of a love story.
The video that you dropped with it is just another amazing piece of work. I feel like you really paid attention to detail on all aspects of this release. But as far as the music video goes, I loved that you used airdrop instead of, Instagram or Snapchat, stalking in a sense. What was the idea behind the airdrop? I feel like, especially right now in a time where everybody's so obsessed with social media, airdrop is not one of them.
We wanted to use Snapchat and stuff and Instagram, but we were all thinking about it and we wanted to do it differently. And since I'm neighbors with this boy, that it'd be kind of funny and cool if we were airdropping back and forth before we met or got each other's actual numbers. And so that's where we came up. We just wanted to do something different, and airdrop was another way of communication.
You were mentioning how this is the first track off of an upcoming 4-song debut EP. What can fans expect on this EP? Are we getting similar vibes to Baby Blue? What we're talking about, this kind of relationship? Do we get to know you a little bit more on the EP? What can fans expect?
An emotional roller coaster, I would say. A lot happens, and stuff happens in life, so I wanted to make it very relatable. I just can't wait for it all to be out so everyone can just see the storyline. But it's definitely an emotional roller coaster, and yeah.
So as I mentioned earlier, prior to this song, I didn't know about you. I didn't know, you did film as well, right? So, with those experiences of acting, how did they kind of help you become a better songwriter? Because I feel like your songwriting, for someone so new, I feel like your songwriting is pretty solid.
Thank you for that compliment. When I first started writing, I was really nervous. I didn't think that it would be easy. And in the beginning, it wasn't easy. It like took time. I still had to train the muscle in my brain. And I think I love like going home and vacations, especially I like taking a lot of vacations home so I can hang out with my friends and like go on fun adventures, because when I come back, like I have a bunch of these stories to just write down. And I think country has also helped me be really specific with my stories. And yeah, I'm really grateful for country music.
Now, what about producer-wise? Do you have a specific producer for this EP?
I have I have 3 different producers on this song, on this EP. But I've really stuck with like mainly just those 3, mainly because they get me and they know the music that I like. And also for me, when I'm in the studio, like I love like having a good connection with everyone that's in the room, and I've definitely grew a connection with all these people, and they're like family to me.
And how did you kind of get to team up with them? Did you hear them working with another artist? Like, is there a body of work that they created that really like you really fell in love with and wanted to work with them? Like, how did these collaborations happen?
My team wanted me to meet with some producers, and so it was like I was meeting with producers and I was also meeting with different writers, and like the people who I connected with, like those are the people I would work with. And we would always have lunch before like going to the studio, so we get to talk about life and like, you know, have a normal conversation and kind of just go with that, and tell them like what kind of music I like and what kind of music I want to make. And most of them have been like, okay, yeah, I'm down, let's go. And so I kind of just went with it, and we made these amazing songs.
You were mentioning about your country background, it's great that is your background, because I feel like country is one of the few genres that is very solid when it comes to that storytelling. I feel like it's so difficult for any other genre to kind of be able to storytell the way that country does. And you know, having the fact that you came from that, and that is something that you listen to, Rascal Flatts, for example, like how did you come about to this sound for Dylan? Like, what did you go through in order to kind of discover who you are as an artist?
In the beginning, I was kind of all over the place. I wanted to do country, then I wanted to do pop, and then I was doing country pop. And I also started noticing, like, I've been dancing since I was 4 and doing competition teams and all that kind of stuff. So I love performing on stage and dancing and singing. And doing that at the same time, singing and dancing at the same time on stage, is what I want to do. And I realized that pop is like the way to go. Like, I feel like I would love to do a country crossover one day, like with a country artist. Like, I would love to do that. I would be open to that. But I feel like pop is like my thing, and I want to be able to dance on stage and entertain people.
Well, I loved how you marinated it, so definitely excited for this EP. Do you have a date yet, or an idea of when you want to release it?
I don't have a date yet, but hopefully very soon. Yeah, and we're putting these songs out like little by little, you know, so people can go along with the story. Yeah, I just can't wait for everyone to hear it. Big shout out to Front Row Live. Thank you so much for having me, and I'll see you later.